Hello, welcome to the studio. Coming in. My name's Kay Smith. I'm a professional artist. I've been doing this now. This is my 52nd year. It's been an incredible journey, and it's something that I am very, very grateful that I've had in my life all that time. So this is my studio, just a small working studio here in Breakers in Grand Cayman, and it's just so lovely now. But looking back over the years, it was just a beginning as a child, really, just loving to draw and paint. I never thought that one day I would be here with an international audience, really, and being able to look back on exhibitions and now to be part of the National Gallery of the Cayman Islands. So it seems a long time ago, but it's been a wonderful journey. I went to art college at 15 at North Warwickshire, back in England, in the UK. And from there, I worked in graphic design for many years. And then there was a small break to have a family, but I never stopped painting and always had an art studio. This studio was here from 8 years ago. We actually run an Airbnb, and my husband said that he was going to put a second story on the Airbnb, and of course I said that we couldn't do that. We couldn't afford to do that. But then he did mention that it was going to be my art studio, so of course that's why we're here. So it's been really lovely, because the last 8 years I've been able to speak with the public, which I never did before. I was just working away on my own in a studio. So it's been really nice now to be here, to display the art, and also to be working up here so people can actually come and see the process. So the studio's been open now for 8 years, but this is the first time that I've ever had a gallery come work in studio. I've worked a lot in the house or in smaller places, and it was quite a challenge to go from doing that to really being confident enough to meet the public and to speak with them and have the art on show. So when we first put this building here, it was initially for Airbnb. And when my husband said we were going to build up, then it was a psychological challenge as much as a physical challenge. The really funny thing was, as soon as we'd actually got the building up, there was no staircase. And I was so excited to get the studio up here that I actually came up on the step ladder with my paintbrush in my teeth and jam jars of water in my pockets, because I was so excited to get this space. But putting it together, I didn't really know what to do. And the funny thing is, when I first opened, I had one small shelf with maybe 10 paintings on there, and I would literally paint another painting as they sold, and it was really difficult to fill the place. And now look at it, I haven't got any wall space. So as soon as I sell a piece, another piece goes up, because painting is such a passion. I paint 6 days a week, and it's something that's been with me all my life and always will be. I joke that the day I die, you'll come up and I'll just be mummified in the chair, still holding the paintbrush. But it's been such a valuable experience, because I do get to meet other artists as well. People come up and visit, and to share, you know, how we feel about the work is a really wonderful thing. So I started up here 2017, and now we're in 2026, and over that time I I've kept a book for those years. So this is not the years before that, but I've sold now over 500 paintings. Some of them have been sold locally, many of them in places all around the world. And if I hadn't kept the book, I'd probably told you I'd sold 10. So it's just amazing to think now that the artwork is spread out and people are enjoying it. That's the main thing, is that we produce this work, we love it, but the most important thing is that someone else loves it enough. And when they take it home, I'm so happy because I know that they've had a real connection. So I'm a mixed media artist, which means I can work in many mediums, but mainly for me it's acrylic, and then the mixed medias could be papers, cards, plastics, digital, and then it just all comes together on some pieces, and some pieces are just strictly acrylic. I have used oils in the past and watercolour and pastels, but for me, I kept coming back to acrylic, so that's primarily what I work in. I love it because the medium is bright and bold, and I always say my style is it's very whimsical, but it's vintage come pop art. So I like the bright and the beautiful. And I like to do big pieces. A lot of the commission work I do, they are, very big pieces. And that's always fun. I can't always do them in the studio because the studio's small. So sometimes they have to be done in a different location, especially when I'm throwing paint around, because you don't want anything in here to get damaged. So I've had the great privilege of actually being a professional artist now for 52 years, which seems incredible from the time I started, because when I started, I went to college and then went into graphic design, and at that time everything was done by hand. There were no computers. Letraset, where you're rubbing down letters, were only just being started to be used. So everything was hand-drawn, hand-lettered, and we were doing work for Disney and Levi jeans. And these pieces of artwork had to be original size, so they were done this big. And it was a wonderful training, because without computers, everything was done by hand. And I think it set me in good stead for what I'm doing now, composition especially, and to be able to work in fine detail when it's needed. But it's been a fantastic time. So if you'd like to visit the studio, I'm open Tuesday to Saturday, 12:30 till 4:30. And we're situated just about a quarter of a mile on the Bodden Town Road, heading towards East End. So if you know the old Lighthouse restaurant, we're just a quarter of a mile past there, beachside. You'll see the black art studio sign, and then just turn in and you'll get a warm welcome, because it's always wonderful to meet new people and to share the art. You can also find me on my website, www.caysmithart.com, or more commonly now on Instagram as caysmithart.